we see a population change and produce genetic diversity over time, producing different phenotypes. There are a few key contributors to this. The first one being the variance we get from kid to parent. Like the parents are going to only give one of their two alleles in a specific gene or phenotype to their kid. So when you take one from mom and one from dad, that creates something new. And so we see each generation produce something new while still being similar to the one before. So it'll slowly change more and more from, the great grandparents. I mean, a kid's going to look a lot more like their parent than their grandparent, And we just slowly see phenotypes, these physical traits, slowly change due to genetic or environmental advantages. So here we have our dad and our mom. This big A, little a, they don't mean anything. This could be any genetic you could think of. So say we know our dad is going to give a big A and we know mom's going to give a little a. So now we see that these two combinations make up something new. So we already see genetic variation from this parent generation to this kid generation. So there is already different genes, and this is going to be a different phenotype. And so this will happen all around the board. And so in each generation, there's going to be new phenotypes. If this phenotype right here produces a genetic or environmental advantage, something that makes it more worthy than something in the previous generation, it's going to stick around. If this kid right here mates with small a, it's going to do what it can to keep this big A, little a there. And this process is going to keep going on and on until maybe it doesn't produce an environmental advantage anymore. So in the long run, it creates, a new phenotype here. And then if that phenotype, has a genetic advantage, it's going to continue to make the rest of the generations vary from the parent generation. Every generation after this is going to be different than our initial parent generation that we had here. And over time, it's going to get more and more diverse and more different than it was originally. And this is why we see phenotypes and characteristics change so much over time.